In this problem, we're given the graph of f of x equals x squared. We are to draw the function g, which is a transformation on f, where we take f and shift it down 1 and to the right 4. Then we will write the formula for the transformed function g in the answer box below. To draw the function g, we use the drawing tool here. Make sure you click on this icon. That activates the drawing tool. If you mess up, you can click the clear all button and start over. The way the drawing tool works, as indicated by this icon, one of the points you pick has to be the vertex of the parabola, which is either the highest point or, in my case, the lowest point. So we'll start with the lowest point on the parabola. Now, to shift the point 0, 0, down 1 and to the right 4, I'd move down 1 to the right 4 units. That would be my new vertex. I'm going to click my mouse button, hold it down. You need not worry about the second point yet. You can let go of the mouse button, and then you can move it around and adjust your parabola so that the second point will be wherever you want it. So let me pick a second point on the original graph. Sometimes it's helpful to simply plug in a number into the equation. If I plug in x equals 2, for example, because 2 squared is 4, I know that the point 2, 4, which is this one, is actually on the parabola of the original function. If I was to move it down 1 and to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I know that a second point on my transformed function g would be 6, 3. So I need only take this point. Using my mouse, I can move it up to 6, 3. So it turns out if you pick one of the points to be the vertex of a parabola, it only takes 2 points to define a parabola. If you didn't pick this one, it turns out it would take 3 points. Let's turn to writing the formula for the transformed function g. Since I shifted down 1 and right 4, I can use the summary of transformations here, which tells me to move to the right 4 units. I need to subtract a number on the inside of the parentheses in the function notation. Since I want to move to the right 4, and remember I'm thinking of c and d as being positive, c would be 4 in my case, so that would be that g could be found by applying the function notation f of x minus 4, where the subtraction of 4 is on the inside of the parentheses. Then to move down 1, that's this rule, the subtraction of 1 needs to be done on the outside of the function notation. So that would look like this. Now, this part of the function notation tells me that I am to take the original input variable x, which is here and here, and replace it with the quantity x minus 4. So instead of just having the input variable x being squared, we need to have the entire quantity x minus 4 squared. So we will square this entire expression. So think of it as I'm taking the input variable x and replacing it with x minus 4, as that's what this notation right here tells me to do. Then, because the input variable is being squared, I need to square this expression. And then don't forget that the notation says that we need to subtract 1 on the outside, so I simply copy it down. So the input variable x got replaced with x minus 4. When you make a substitution, you should always put parentheses. That would move the graph to the right 4, and then simply putting a subtract 1 on the outside at the end would move the graph down 1. So this is what I need to type in for the formula for the transform function g. So back to the actual question, I will type this in to my answer box below. Make sure you put parentheses around the expression x minus 4. Because I put parentheses around the quantity x minus 4, that whole quantity will be squared. And notice when I click preview, not only does the computer tell me that the syntax is okay, it also shows that my answer looks exactly how I wanted it when viewed in pretty print mode. Now I will scroll down and submit my answer, and hitting the submit button shows that I get credit for both the graph and you also see the green check mark for the formula.